Transition Awareness Breathing. Feeling grounded for both children and parents is essential for healthy living and learning. Join Eartha Powell on this series for tips and tools for creating a harmonious environment for learning. Transition Awareness Breathing will help you and your child find an individualized path to tackle change, promote lifelong learning, and discover new approaches to calmness.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Transition Awareness Breathing Podcast. This is Eartha, and shall I also say welcome back to another school season. If you have children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, friends, you may be involved or know someone involved with getting back into the routine of our school or after-school activities. This morning, I was involved in taking TAB, my program, to a school. I was invited to an open house, and it was so great to meet new parents and their children. And I'm just really excited to offer what we have been talking about in Transition Awareness Breathing Podcast to these really great children and their families. And I was thinking about you while I was at the open house. Yes, I was thinking about, there may be some teenagers, some tweens, or anybody in between that, or families that could benefit from some of the information that I'm going to be covering in our next few weeks when I start my in-person class with my new students. So if you don't mind, I'd like to share some of that information, and I would like to gear it to teenagers or tweens, anyone in between, parents. One mom said, I wish you had something for the parents. And I'm thinking about that. I love hearing that because it really shows that mindfulness is really a multi-generational activity. There's no barriers. It's my firm belief that, we can tailor our educational programs to whatever developmental age a person is at. This time, I would like to focus on our young teenagers and tweens. Research shows that this population is under a lot more stress than we give them credit for. But before I get started, I would like to thank Web Talk Radio for allowing me to have a platform to bring Transition Awareness Breathing Podcast to you. And thank you, Mary Lou and Sam, my producers, for making Transition Awareness Breathing Podcast available to my listeners everywhere they go. Okay, so let's get started. So, okay, guys, if you have children, grab them, teenagers, and if you even have younger children, it's okay if they are listening, and, attention spans are different for different age groups, and that is okay. I would like to first set the platform and to acknowledge that many of our teens or children that's entering like middle school, such a big step from elementary school to middle school because there's increasing responsibilities, and maybe inside some of our teens and middle schoolers may be thinking, I got a whole lot more responsibilities. I'm not in elementary school anymore. And so a lot of stressors are just bulging that we may not know about as adults and as their parents. I mean, we know that they're going through stress, and we know that there's changes, but I wonder, and it's a personal thing. What's really helpful is to ask yourself, my teenage friends, on a scale of 0 to 10, write down where you think your stress level or anxiety level is at. 0 meaning I am not under any stress. I'm calm. I'm cool. I don't need this, mindfulness stuff, relaxation. I'm good. That's your 0. Okay. 10 is, now you got to be honest with yourself. This is not trying to compete against your brothers or sisters or your friends. This is how you feel inside. And so 10 would be, I am about to climb the ceilings. I feel like a cat. My claws are out and I'm ready to just climb the walls. I'm so nervous. I'm very anxious. And that's your 10. So take a few moments and write out a number. You don't have to show it to anybody. I encourage you to write it out because it makes it real. Because that way, when we go through our exercises, and then we're going to compare if there's any changes. And if there's no changes, well, there's just no changes. Okay. All right. So you should have your number written down. What we're doing is a self-assessment. We're assessing, we're looking at how we are feeling right now, our perspective of our anxiety or our stress, if there's any. Now, I would like for you to put your pencil down, okay, and just sit in a comfortable position. You can sit with your legs crossed or not crossed. I know I see a lot of pictures with people, in different positions. And what mindfulness is just sitting and being and paying attention to the now. Now, that doesn't sound strange. I don't know what is, but I can tell you that when you first start out doing this, it does feel strange because it's something new. You're always maybe in the middle of doing something, whether it's checking your media or chatting with your friends or going to different events. Maybe you have some work related jobs going on, but it seems like we're always in motion. So with mindfulness, what we're doing is we're going to teach ourselves to pay attention to the now. Okay? And we're going to grow and we're going to see how our body is responding to the now. So just put your feet on the floor, or if you're sitting down or laying down. If you're holding anything, just let it go. Put your phone down or whatever your media is, and you're listening to me, and just pay attention to any movements, any tension in your body, starting from the top of your head and moving down to your neck, to your shoulders. Is there any tension? Any twitching, any nervousness, any tingling? Don't worry about the breathing, because what we're doing is we're just paying attention to our muscles. You can have your eyes open, you can close your eyes, whatever is comfortable for you. You can focus in on a focal point. A focal point is you're looking at one particular object, and you're just going to look at that object while you're focusing on your body from the top of your head all the way down to the tip of your toes. Once you do that, now paying attention to the now. Listen to sounds. What are the sounds that you're hearing around you? Are there any traffic noises going on? Family noises? Sometimes you may have heard the description of just like when the air conditioning or the fan is going on in the room. Okay, is that kind of like you could describe, if you could describe those sounds in a color. So close your eyes and listen to the sounds. And if you had to choose a color, what color would that sound be? There's no right or wrong answer, because what you're doing now is you're being aware of the sound. Very good. Now, you can open your eyes and take a breath. You're breathing in your nose and blowing out your mouth. Paying attention to the rise of your chest and paying attention to when your chest goes down. And that's how most of us start off with our mindfulness breathing. I would invite you to take this next step and just place your hand just lightly on your stomach. Now, and close your eyes and take a breath in and pay attention to the rise of your stomach when you take a breath in and blow out, and pay attention to the hand on your stomach going down. Just for the now. Just focus in right now. Not what's going on tomorrow. Not what's going on in 10 minutes. Just right now. This is your minute. This is your moment. You want to try another breath? Breathe in through your nose, paying attention to the rise of your hand on your stomach, blowing out, paying attention to your stomach going down and the hand going down as you breathe. That's the mindfulness breath. Oftentimes, it seems when we're doing our mindfulness breathing, there's a intruder that wants to come. It's called distractors or invaders, or thought, a fleeting thought. I want to encourage you. Let the thought come in, because that's what it wants to do, and then now let it pass. Let the thought pass. Because right now, you're going to focus back on your hand that's on your stomach. When you breathe in your nose, out your mouth, and the hand rises when you're breathing in, and when you blow out, your hand goes down. The thought. Let it go. Let it go. That's the end of the exercise. Now, before you get up, let's talk about that scale from 0 to 10. On a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate your feeling of any stressors or anxieties? Okay, write it down and compare the numbers. Also, I would like to encourage you to write down, you get a sticky note or a notebook, and just dedicate it, say, this is my mindfulness journal. If there is a fleeting thought or invading thought, write down just some words related to that thought. And, if you say, I don't want to write it down, then draw a picture of that thought or a color. What color would that thought be? And the next time you do this